Coming up next on City Corner, we talk with two organizations working to support women surviving with cancer. Please stay tuned. Welcome to City Corner. I'm your host, Melanie Adams. Today, we're talking with two organizations working to help women survive and thrive in the face of cancer. Joining me first is Sister Strut, an annual walk to raise awareness of cancer in women of color. Joining us to talk about this event is Derek Martin, General Sales Manager, and Erica Parr, Director of Community Affairs, both from Clear Channel Media and Entertainment. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
First question, tell me a little bit about why you created Sister Strut.
Sister Strut was an event. The great thing about our company, we're always looking at great events that occur throughout different cities. So we found out that St. Louis has the third philanthropic city of all cities in the United States. So we thought, what a great event. We know other cancer walks do occur, but we said, what about for women of color? So we talked to different people. People thought it was a great idea. We said, okay, 2,000, 3,000 people, that's fine, you know, but it's grown since then. So that was kind of the background.
So we started in 2010, and this will be our fourth year.
Oh, 2010.
So Sister Strut. And so why we strut is going along with what Derek said, is that black women die from breast cancer at greater rates. We get breast cancer at younger ages, and when we do get breast cancer, it's at a more aggressive stage than our white sisters and other races. So that's why we strut. That's why we started it here too.
And I think we have some great images from last year's event that we can show, but for someone who's never been to a Sister Strut, talk about the environment and the energy that day. If you see, I mean, you just see thousands of people in front of the History Museum. Talk a little bit about what it's like to be there.
Sister Strut is a movement. That's what I've been saying since day one. The women who support it, they really are the sisters. You know, so I love it, but I love them even more. I love everybody who gets there. So what happens is they get there before we do. Okay? We might start setting up at 5 a.m. They're already there. Can I help you? Can I do this? They come and they're black and pink. Last year it was brown and pink. Whatever they need to do. Some ladies strut in heels. They have feather boas. They have their families. We do teams. Kids are there. Dogs are there. Husbands are there. So it's the sister strut, but the brothers support too.
It's a family affair.
Right, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because I know that's always one of those questions. Oh, can men walk as well? It is, as you mentioned, it is a family affair. You see everyone out there. We had some great pictures of a dog that was out there walking. So it is this great opportunity. And so what kind of makes this unique from other walks? I know you mentioned it's aimed towards women of color, but I know some of the other things that happen is there's a live radio broadcast, there's a dance involved, there are a variety of different things other than just the walk.
Right.
We talk, what we do is we incorporate things that are important to our audience. We do a pink glove dance. That's like a warm-up. We also get a chance to sit down and really kind of get inspiration involved. We have different speakers, because we want to be very informational as much as possible. It gives us a chance, at the end of the day, we really want to save lives. And that's the beauty of what we've found with this movement. Also, we've been able to do other great things. We feed them at the end, you know, to make them feel like, hey, I've accomplished something. We had a start and finish line last year. Some people have never ran a race or walked in a race. So that sense of accomplishment is very important, especially with some of the cancer survivors and things like that. I'll just tell you a quick, brief story about last year. Last year, the last person to cross the line was an 80-year-old woman. 80 years old, cancer survivor. So when you see things like that, that's very powerful, and it makes you feel like you have a purpose for the event.
And I know one of the nice things about the event, the whole Clear Channel family comes out.
Yes,
I mean, so you see all of the radio personalities, you see everyone up there on stage really supporting the event, and I know, you know, it takes a year to plan the whole event, so it's just really nice to see the whole station is supporting it.
Tony,
and it's not just one or two on-air personalities.
Oh, definitely. It's a family affair. You know, Tony Scott, Tammy Holland, everybody, Pam Oliver, all of us are there. And so another thing that makes us different, we have a Sister Strut survivor tent, so that's where all the survivors can go and get special treatment. Derek mentioned the Pink Glove Unity Dance, Motif Dance Company. They are a St. Louis favorite, and they always choreograph our dance, and we give away free pink gloves to everyone in the audience, and we ask them to wear them in a sign of unison. So even though you might not have personally been affected by breast cancer, you're supporting someone who has. And here we are together as one movement together doing this dance for all the breast cancer survivors, people who lost their battle, and everyone who's going through it right now. So we do the Pink Glove Unity Dance. We also have the Sister Strut Row, which is a very moving tribute to everyone who either passed or survived cancer, who are going through it currently. It's their pictures and their words of inspiration. And so as you're coming back to finish the line at Sister Strut, you see all these beautiful faces of color, all these women who've already either crossed their line, you know, in one way or the other, and their words of inspiration. And so it's very touching.
Yes.
Well, I think one thing we have to mention is that Sister Strut this year happens October 5th.
Right.
Yes.
And it may seem like we're promoting this really early, but you start taking registrations June 1st.
That's
June
correct.
1st, exactly.
Right, and
exactly.
it pretty much takes all summer
Absolutely.
when you're registering
Yes.
thousands
Right.
of people, and you really want people to register early.
Yes.
You can register on the day of, but don't procrastinate.
Right.
You know
Please
you're going to
don't.
do it, get out there and
We're
do
going to
it.
be all over registering people throughout the city.
Right.
Don't hesitate.
Right.
We do this for you. We go into the community from North County to the city. Everywhere we're going to be there, okay? And so just register early. You can also register online at sisterstrutstl.com.
Yes.
That's SISTASTRUTSTL.com.
And we'll make sure we show that
Right.
as well. And so what if I have a group of friends? So can you sign up as groups or teams, and how does that
Yes,
work?
absolutely.
Definitely.
We encourage that because a
Okay.
lot of times it's groups, it's family, you know, it's a place where people can congregate, they talk, they share stories. So we do encourage that.
And how would you, I know you told the one story about the one survivor, the last one to cross the finish line, but you've been doing this for 4 years. What are some of your just favorite moments from Sister Strut where you're like, okay, it was worth getting up at 4 a.m. to be out here?
I remember once we were registering some people, and it's always very hectic because there's a line.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure you're catering to everyone. And so, you know, every time I look up, it's like 15 more people, you know, I'm typing, getting people registered. And then a lady, her name was Valita Keys, I'll never forget it. She sat down, and she was kind of stoic, and, you know, I'm so sorry that this line, we're trying to move as fast as we can. And she goes, yeah, I just got diagnosed with breast cancer for the second time in a year, or in 2 years, or something amazing like that. And it was me and one of our other co-workers, her name is Carmen, we were registering, we just started crying, because this is what it's about.
Right.
It's the long hours, waking up at 4 a.m., all the planning. Valita Keys is what Sister Strut is about.
Right.
Okay, or Trina Kaysen, I met her. She was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she wasn't even 34 yet. I met another lady, she had breast cancer twice. She wasn't even 35 yet. Cheryl Jackson is a breast cancer survivor who started a club called the Breakfast Club. We donate money to them. They're
And
one of
obviously you lived this because you are remembering
Yeah,
everyone's name.
I know the names.
Like you are
I know
living
the
it.
names because this is what it's about, Sister Strut. So when people come and they are so excited about the T-shirts, it's really not about the T-shirt, you know, but it's so much about the T-shirt because this really means and symbolizes something in their life. And Black women didn't have anything to attach themselves to before. So I'm grateful that our company, Clear Channel, started this here. And I'm grateful for all the survivors and supporters of our station, Magic 100.3 and Hallelujah 1600, who come to Sister Strut because it really is a St. Louis's own jewel.
Well, I know, you know, there have been talk that you just keep growing and growing. So I guess, you know, in the next 3 to 5 years, what do you see this turning into? And I know it's not like you can say, we're going to be at Chaffetz Arena. You know, you can't give me that. But you can be able to say, you know, we want in 3 to 5 years to have 20,000 women walking down the streets of downtown. Or how do you envision it?
Sky's the limit. You know,
Honestly, it's tough for us.
Yeah, it's so many different
Because it evolves
factors.
every year. It evolves every year. But I think to your point, next year will be the 5th year.
Right.
And we're really excited about doing some bigger and better things. And every year, that's something we wrestle with because we want to make sure people are comfortable. We want to make sure everybody's involved. We want to keep it that family environment.
Right.
So, you know, the sky's the limit for us.
Now, do you have programs at all during the year that address the issue? So in addition to Sister Strut, so then I know you have kind of the resources at the actual event, but is there anything during the year that kind of keeps up, not necessarily with the people, but just keeps up with the issue?
Well, we have PSAs and things that we run, and we also support other organizations that do breast cancer because we understand that Sister Strut is not the only, you know, cause. And also last year we implemented something called Sister Steps, which helped people take charge of their health. So it was a workout class, and so hopefully we can do that again this year.
So that was after the program, so that
was leading up.
Leading up to.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
leading up to it.
Okay, that's a great
We
idea.
want our listeners to always be involved and in tune to their lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle. So we think it might not cure cancer, but at least it kind of gives upbeat of the spirit. You're more conscious, and we really want to stress the testing of the mammograms. I mean, we do that as well, leading up to Sister Strut.
Oh, okay, so there are a lot of things that lead actually up to the event. A lot of these things viewers can find out by going to your website to be able to find out. But it is that June 1st. It should be pretty easy to register online. And how much is it to register?
$20.
So that's $20 per individual. Even if you do a team, you do $20 per. And is it more if I procrastinate and do it on October 5th? If I wait until that morning?
Yes, it is.
It's going to be more. But go to the website to keep updated with all the costs and prices and things like that.
Okay. And so I know you were saying that you're not necessarily sure all of the locations you'll be, but do you have a few sponsors that are already on board that you'd like to be able to talk a little bit? You can give a few shout outs to them.
Typically, Walgreens is a big sponsor. We have Bellman Auto will be a big sponsor this year. We have Elaine Stephen Beauty College. We'll do some registrations there. So we try to look at different places within the city and county that we think where our audience is or will come out to. For the pickup parties as well as the T-shirt registrations.
Right. Well, I know it's really important for sponsors to be able to get their acknowledgement for these types of events.
And we cannot forget about the Missouri History Museum.
Absolutely.
As a host,
you are
as one of our hosts,
partner with us,
thank you.
and so we really appreciate your involvement.
Oh no, happy to host it definitely, and I think it is such a feel-good event. As I mentioned, jokingly about getting up at 4 in the morning, but there's something about just seeing all of the women there, and hopefully that comes through in the images. The excitement and the energy is just amazing. You're dead tired, but you're still somewhat energetic from it.
You're just happy to be there.
Right. So
shout out to Alex Dietrich.
Oh, shout out to Alex Dietrich as well, who helps coordinate it on the museum side.
Absolutely.
But I wanted to make sure you can give the website one more time. Let people know June 1st. That's when you can start going to the website and doing registration.
SisterStrutSTL.com.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being
Thank you
here.
for
We look
us.
forward to all strutting back on October 5th.
Yes.
And coming up next, we will be talking with Vanessa Lacewell of My Pink Purse. Please stay tuned.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextsstopwrecks.org.
So you can't save money? That's easy as pie. Brown bag your lunch instead of going out. $6 save times 5 days a week times 10 years is $21,000. That's a lot of lettuce. Small changes today, big bucks tomorrow. Feedthepig.org.
Thank you for calling your GED Pep Talk Center. All right, now, are you ready for your GED Pep Talk?
Being nervous is okay. It just shows that you're serious about getting your diploma.
A lot of things are scary. Heck, I'm scared of clowns.
No quiero ir. Danny, no lo puedo hacer.
DMC, life in your pep talk style.
Just keeping it real, Debs, just keeping it real.
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to City Corner. Today we're talking with organizations working to help women survive and thrive with cancer. Joining me now is Vanessa Lacewell from My Pink Purse, a subscription box service for women. Thank you for being here, Vanessa.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, tell me a little bit about why you started My Pink Purse.
I started My Pink Purse because I'm a survivor as of 2007. And what I realized is the whole time that I was going through my chemotherapy treatments that everything about my body and all of my senses changed. There were products that I'd used for years, but it got to the point to where I couldn't use those same products. So I got to thinking, why don't we come up with a product or a box that every month we can send to survivors with different products in it that I thought would be beneficial to them.
So for people who don't know what these subscription boxes are, can you describe a little bit about what you mean by a subscription box?
A subscription box is a box that will show up at your door once a month, and it will have all types of products in there that will be beneficial to you. You will pay a minimal fee every month, and each month the box will show up. It's great because it's something that you can get for yourself, or if you have a friend or a loved one that's going through a cancer diagnosis, it's a great gift to give. So that's why we call it a subscription gift box.
Okay. Now, what types of products? So, I mean, not knowing a lot about cancer survivors, so a few things may pop into my head, but what types of things go into the box?
Anything from lotions to hair products, cereals, any product that a company feels that someone who's going through a diagnosis can benefit from. I realized that the laundry detergent and the fabric softener that I used when I was going through chemotherapy, the fragrance made me nauseous. To the point that 3 months ago, my husband bought that same fabric softener and it was in the laundry room, and I went in there and I smelled it and I got nauseous, just like I used to get when I was going through the chemotherapy. You have products that relieve nausea. I also lost all of my hair. People don't realize it, but when you go through some chemotherapy treatments, you'll lose the hair on your head. I lost my eyelashes, my eyebrows.
Oh, okay.
So we have eyelashes, and of course I started New Beauty Lace wigs because I realized that once a woman loses her hair, that's so much of who she is, and that gives her some of her dignity and her beauty back. So there are products that you can use that will help give you some of that back.
Right. Now, so is there a card in the box then about New Lace Beauty wigs as well?
Of course it is.
So talk a little bit about that, because I think that's a great tie-in, because it's showing that survivors are really creating opportunities and things for other survivors because they know what they went through. So can you talk briefly about New Lace wigs?
When all of my hair came out, I thought, what am I going to do? Traditional wigs that I had seen before looked wiggy. And then I found out about New Beauty Lace wigs. And I just stepped out on faith. I went on the internet, I researched it, and I booked a plane ticket, a rental car, and a hotel, and I flew to Atlanta. And I met a lady there that had a company called Diva Beauty Lace Wigs, and from the moment that I saw her, I wouldn't have known that she had a wig on. It looked beautiful, it looked natural, and something in my spirit said, oh my God, everything's gonna be okay, and I'm gonna do this for other women. So we have clients that traditionally will come in our store, they'll contact us, they'll say, you know what, I was just diagnosed with cancer. So when they come into New Beauty Lace Wigs, we're able to give them information about the different types of hair that we offer. We can give them lashes, they can get eyebrows. It's almost like a haven for women because you're scared.
Right.
And when you go through a diagnosis, it affects the entire family. Right. The first thing my husband said was, what are we going to do? I mean, it frightened him that I didn't have hair anymore. Right. So once I got those wigs put on and I came home, it made him happy and it gave him so much joy. So when you're diagnosed with cancer, it affects the survivor, but it also affects everybody around them, the children, the father, because if mommy's not happy, if mommy's sad, then everybody's sad. And what a lot of people don't realize, I have 2 dogs. I have a dog named Hector. And if it hadn't been for him, I wouldn't have been able to get through it, because the whole time I was going through the cancer treatment, the chemotherapy treatments, which was about 3 months, he stayed close to me. And it's like he knew that something was wrong, so he was very healing for me. So that's what we do at New Beauty. We give women their hair back and their dignity. And what a lot of people also don't know is once you go through the chemotherapy, your hair may not come back.
Right, yes.
A lot of times your lashes don't come back, your eyebrows don't come back. And another thing that the chemotherapy causes is for your toenails and your nails to turn black. Oh. And some people's nails never come back. I mean, it's just so many things. So if you're going to get a pedicure or a manicure, it could be embarrassing because they'll look at you and they'll say, oh my God, why are your nails and your toenails so black?
Dark,
So we're looking for sponsors that have products that you can use at home, you know, that have to do with your nails or your toenails or your hair or your skin.
Well, I think that's a great example. So it's not only product, but it's also information about organizations. You're trying to put a few healthcare tips and things like that, because I think, again, unless you've been through it, it's so hard to know what people will need. So I think we have a few of your products out here, and I know they'll change monthly. It all depends upon the sponsors. But we have, as you mentioned, we have some hair care products that you're able to use. A great candle, which I assume is more for relaxation and just for one of those
therapy candle.
Right. I love the which one was my favorite? I haven't tried them. The nausea bands I thought were wonderful. Opportunity to kind of try those out. Some great lip balms, and then post granola cereal. So. It's a great representation, I think, of the diversity of what's in the box. And the important thing for people to know is it's a different box every month.
Every month. And then the sponsors are great, too, because it gives them an opportunity to present new products. And it's a great way for you to try products that you may not have tried before. We have locally Dr. Joy. She does like an unscented hand scrub. She does the healthy cute cookies. We have Ardell lashes there, and that side band, I guess that's based on you wearing that band. And if you're feeling nausea, it will eliminate it. We have Queasy Drops, which is also for nausea.
Is that like a ginger? I always think of ginger candy.
It's a ginger candy, right. And then Carmax. What people don't realize is your skin changes, your taste buds. You can't even really taste food. What I ate was Red Hots when I was going through chemotherapy because
you could taste it.
Because I could taste it. And one lady said, "Well, I ate lemon drops." So we're looking for the Red Hots, the lemon drop people to give us products. Just everything changes. Your skin is always dry. If somebody comes around you and they have on a strong cologne, it will literally make you sick. So everything about you changes. So the products are designed to give you different products that will benefit you during that time.
Well, in thinking about the box, I think one of the things you said early on was that, you know, it is a gift box. So even so, if you are not a cancer survivor yourself, I think so many people nowadays, unfortunately, know people who are you know, surviving with cancer, going through chemo. This is a great opportunity. So you can send them a box for 3 months. So it doesn't have to be a whole year subscription, correct?
Exactly. I mean, can you imagine you're laying there, and a lot of days you don't feel like getting out of bed, much less going to the store to shop. So you get this box in the mail, and then it has something that you can put on your lips to alleviate the dryness, or something you can put on your hands. And it just makes you feel good. I mean, and what better way to show someone that you're thinking about them is to gift them this box.
And I think one of the things, there was a great image of you wearing one of the My Pink Purse scarves. Which I think was in one of, here it is. So it was one of your earlier, because this is about the second or third box?
This is the third box.
Third box. So I think the scarf was in the first box, but I think, again, it shows the variety of different products available. And I know you kind of try to go out to different cancer survivor fairs, and you were actually at Sister Strut. Do you want to talk a little bit about what that, because you were actually there. What was it like?
Yes, this year they had a survivor's tent. This past year was the first time they had that. And My Pink Purse was there, and as Erica said earlier, it was just amazing because the area that we were in was designed for survivors. So it made them feel special. And then, of course, here we are with the My Pink Purse scarves, and then we had the My Pink Purse comb, and we presented that to them. It was just wonderful. It's like when you're told you have cancer, it's very frightening. It's like you first get over the fear, and then you start thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? It's like whatever they tell me I'm going to do. And I had breast cancer. And when you find out, you know, you just start figuring out what can I do to change things. So Sister Strut this year was very special because of the survivor tent. And I think it's something that they're going to expound on next year.
Well, I think similar to Sister Strut, My Pink Purse also looks to do things throughout the year. So it's not only the subscription box, but also looking at other ways. So whether that's through email blasts or on the website, health tips from people like Dr. Joy. So it's almost like you're trying to create a community of survivors.
Yes, we just recently had a pamper party. And the pamper party was designed for survivors to come out and get pampered. We had masseuses there, we had manicures there, we had Mary Kay products doing facials. It was just a time for everybody to come out and just get pampered. And that was the event about 3 weeks ago.
Right, and I think that's wonderful because it really does build in that community.
Yes,
because even whether it's Sister Strut or My Pink Purse, it sounds like that's what a lot of survivors are looking for, because based on both your story and what Erica said, the diagnosis is so scary. And even though you know there are millions of women who've had the same diagnosis, it's different when it's yours.
It is. I've had clients that come into our store and the husband has come with hair, the child has come with hair, because they want to see what you're going to do to make my mommy feel good.
Right.
So they become a part of it. They'll sit there, we measure them, we show them all the different hair. It's just amazing because everybody in the family's scared.
Right.
Everybody's afraid. So once the lady gets this new wig and she has this beautiful hair, it makes everybody happy. You know, so the gift boxes are the same. They're products that makes mommy feel good or it makes the wife feel good.
Right.
So it's all about making people feel good.
Right. And I think, you know, the other thing that's great is it's not an expensive box in comparison to what you would be paying for the products. And again, it allows you to test things out, because nothing is worse than buying a full-size product and finding out you hate it after one use.
Exactly.
And so as the months go on, and I know you probably haven't gotten this far yet, but as the months go on, what other types of products do you see being able to be put in the box?
Well, we want to get more, we want to do more couponing.
Okay.
Because when sponsors give us coupons, you get 25% off, then you can buy different things.
Right, yeah,
it's
I
not
like the
necessarily
coupons,
what's
yes.
in the box.
Right.
And as you'll see, some of these are full size, and then
Right.
some of them are sample size. And like you said, there's an advantage to getting a sample size, because then you can just try it for a little bit.
Right.
But we will have coupons for manicures, coupons for massages, and I think we're going to be doing more of that.
Right. Well, and I think we do have the website, so people can go to the website. They can sign up right now for boxes. You can sign up whenever you would like for the box, and they'll just start coming. And it's on a revolving system, so you sign up once and you'll continue to get the box until you cancel
Until you
it.
discontinue it, right.
Okay. So yeah, I think, I mean, the box is just a wonderful idea. I think it was something that definitely there was a need for it, because I think if you Googled it, you didn't see a lot of these types of opportunities.
Right, exactly.
And especially, you know, it's great that it's coming out of St. Louis, and especially from a survivor.
Yes.
And so I think, you know, along with Sister Strut and My Pink Purse, I think there are just some wonderful organizations doing great work with women survivors here in St. Louis. So encourage you to keep up the good work. And again, make sure we have that slide which will show us where people can go to for more information. One other quick question. Now, you don't know what's in the box before you get it. So people will, when they go to the website, they're just signing up for a box. It's like a nice surprise every month.
Exactly. You never know what's going to be in the box, but it's always going to be something different from the previous month.
Right, okay, that's what I think is the important part. Well, again, thank you, Vanessa, for joining us.
Thank you.
And thank you for sharing your story. We definitely appreciate it. And again, please check out these wonderful organizations, Sister Strut and My Pink Purse, and we'll see you next time on City Corner.